What's up guys, what is Central back with another video, and today we'll be talking about how Kawhi Leonard was almost drafted and traded to the Miami Heat. So we start in the 2011 draft. The Miami Heat seems like they wouldn't get LeBron James. So they roll the dice and trade North or James Jones in the 31st round pick for the Pacers 15 pick and draft Kawhi Leonard. LeBron James doesn't like the idea of another small forward on the Heat, so he goes to the bright lights of the LA Clippers and joins Blake Griffin and CP3 and DeAndre Jordan. So now we're in the 2012 regular season. So the Clippers, they struggle with the ball sharing of LeBron and CP3, but still managed to win 48 games, putting them in the second seed. The Heat, on the other hand, do great as well, as the leading of Wade and Bosh lead the Heat to 45 wins, leaving them also with the second seed in the East. So now we're in the 2012 playoffs. So the Clippers are going against the Mavericks in the first round, and the Clippers win the first and second games, but the Mavericks win the third game, and then the Clippers win the fourth and the fifth game, so they're going to beat them in 5 games. Now we have the OKC Thunder taking on the Clippers, and the Clippers just barely defeat them in 7, as the firepower of Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook almost did it, but they just couldn't do it, and the Clippers win. So now they're in the Western Conference Finals. But we gotta go with the Heat first. So the Heat, they defeat the Knicks in 4 games, and it was a pretty easy game because Wade and Bosh, they just went off. Kawhi Leonard was like the third guy, more like the second because Bosh was the third guy. But the Heat just overpowered the Knicks with Melo, and yeah, so they won in 4 games, swept them. So now the Heat are taking on the Indiana Pacers. It's Paul George, Roy Hibbert, Lance Stevenson, George Hill, and this is gonna be a tough match. So the Heat win game 1, the Pacers win game 2, the Heat win game 3 and 4, and now it's a 3-1 lead. They have a 3-1 lead, and they finish it out in 6 games. Finish out in 6 games. So the Indiana Pacers win up the next game. Then, yeah. So now that the Clippers and the Clippers and the Heat are both in the Western Conference Finals, let's see how the Clippers are doing now. The Clippers were going against the Spurs, and the fundamentals of Tim Duncan and the great coaching of Greg Popovich leads the Spurs to a Game 7 victory. And the Clippers are going home. But now, we'll just see what happens in the East. The Bulls and the Spurs in the finals. And, no, we're just gonna say the Bulls had a magical season, somehow made it to the finals. The Spurs won in 5 games. Yeah, that's kind of a lot for this season. Sorry for these little quality highlights. Alright, now to the 2012 offseason. So the Clippers, they thought they needed a backup PG. So they signed Jason Tatum. Steve Nash was going on down to Miami and joined there. They now have a team of Wade, Bosh, Leonard, and Nash. Neither of the teams had a good pick, so we won't even mention the draft. 13 season. So Dallas with Rudy Gobert, Iggy, and Dirk won 53 games, coming in as the 6th seed. Kawhi Leonard wins Defensive Player of the Year, leading his team to a 57-25 record as the 1st seed in the East. And LeBron James and the Clippers won 65 games, also as the 1st seed in the West. Anything short of a championship for the Clippers would be disappointing for this team. LeBron James wins MVP. 14 postseason playoffs. So Dallas loses to OKC in the first round. Very sad, but the Clippers beat the Grizzlies easily in 4 games. Miami dispatches the Hawks also in 4 games. The Wizards surprisingly take down the Bulls in the first round. Now they're going against the Heat, which they lose to the Heat, So now the Heat and Pacers meet in the Eastern Conference Finals, where the Heat win and Kawhi makes the finals for the first time in his career. Congrats. But the Clippers were off guard by the Rockets this year, and the Rockets take them down, but the Rockets were taken down by the Spurs, and we have the Heat and the Spurs matchup in the finals, just like how we did in real life, and the Spurs win 6 games. The Spurs win another championship. No surprise there. We have a fight going on in the highlights. And let's head to the 2014 offseason. So, Ray Allen re-signs with the Heat. Carmelo signs a 1-year deal in Dallas. Oh, that seems really stacking out. Eric Bledsoe goes to Miami for a 2-year deal, but he'll most likely be coming off the bench to Steve Nash's deal. Avery Bradley goes to Dallas. Wow, that team is just wow. Gordon Hayward goes to the Knicks. Wow. And Dwayne Wade goes to Chicago. So, 2015 season coming up in 3, 2, 1. By this, the Clippers was part with Paul go down with an injury, and they struggled a little bit, only winning 58 games. The Clippers finished as the 3rd seed in the West. Meanwhile, in South Beach, the Heat are picking up right where they left off, and since Dwayne Wade left, Kawhi has to carry the load, averaging 23 points and winning 51 games again. Again, a little bit of a down season since Wade left. But Dallas having a breakout year with Dirk, Bradley, Melo, Gobert, and others, winning 60 games, coming in as the 2nd seed. Apparently, this trio works with all the bullshit and stuff, but I guess Dirk can be unselfish. I mean, if you see how much money he took in real life, Alright, so 2015 2015 playoffs. 2, 1, adios. Video says the Clippers are going against the Spurs anyways, but the Clippers have a tough time getting to Greg Popovich and the Spurs, but they did advance to the 2nd round. The Mavericks shot this year, winning against the Pelicans 4-0. In South Beach, the Heat beat down the Bucks 4-1. Clippers now facing the Portland Trailblazers have a tough task against Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, but the Clippers do win in 6 games to head to the Western Conference Finals. The Heat beat the Raptors, and also the Atlanta Hawks, and they are going to the finals. I just had some difficulties with editing. Now recording this part again. But anyway, so the Heat beat the Raptors, but then they lose to Atlanta Hawks. So then Dallas also finds the way to make it to the Western Conference Finals, where they beat the Clippers, somehow going a magical into the finals. First, the Miami Heat, and guess who wins? Yep, the Dallas Mavericks win. Let's just go into the off season. So 2015 off season. After not much success, DeAndre Jordan and LeBron James leaves the Clippers. Oh my gosh. And LaMarcus Aldridge and Pau Gasol signs to the Clippers. I guess they just want to fill in that. Anyways, Kawhi Leonard resigns with the Heat, and Chris Bosh retires, and Draymond Green goes to the Heat to fill up that spot, I guess. And LeBron James goes to Cleveland along with DeAndre Jordan. Wow, what an offseason. So now we have the 2016 season. So the Clippers suck now. They only win 39 games, not making the playoffs. The Cleveland wins 55 games, and the land, Miami, wins 57 games. Dallas wins 49 games. Yep, Clippers don't make the playoffs. Cleveland second seed, Miami's first seed, Dallas is third seed. Alright, so 2060 postseason. Cleveland wins against the Pacers and Hawks, putting them in the Eastern Conference Finals. Miami also makes it to Eastern Conference Finals in Game 1. Cleveland wins. Game 2, Miami wins. Cleveland wins. Game 3, 2. Game 4 goes to Miami. Game 5, Cleveland. Game 6, Cleveland loses. In Game 7, puts Miami in the finals as Miami wins. The Warriors come out strong in the West, going to the finals and winning it in 7 games. So Warriors win the finals. 2016 offseason. Here we go. Andre Drummond to the Heat. What? Wow. Andre Drummond goes to that. Okay. Wow. Kevin Durant to the Wizards, and Bradley Beal to the Nets. Alright, so 2017 season. The Clippers kind of rebounded, winning 40 games, but still not enough to make the playoffs. The Heat exploded, winning 66 games as Kawhi Leonard really comes into his own. They win the first seed. Dallas doesn't have a magical season this year, only winning 48 games. Cleveland wins 53 games. In the 2017 postseason, last segment of this video, the Miami Heat easily beat the Bulls. They have KD. Now they have KD coming up in the Wizards next. But a knee injury to John Wall on the season leaves KD on an island. So the Heat beat them in 6 games. Next, the Cavs and LeBron was not ready for the heat of the Heat. Get it? Ba-ding, ba-ding, you get it? The heat of the Heat. Anyways, and the Heat go to the finals, against the Golden State Warriors. But the Heat have faced them before. They have experience there. And guess what happens? The Golden State Warriors still lose to the Miami Heat in 7 games. And Kawhi Leonard wins his first ring. So this is just how, if Kawhi Leonard was traded, leave a like if you like this video. Let's say if we get 10 likes on this video. And let me know if you guys want to see more of these. I put a lot of time and effort into these, and just tell me if you want to see more. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, share it to all your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, MySpace, anything really. Yeah, I don't know what to say at the end of this video. Make sure you guys check out our podcast coming out later this week. Also, make sure you check out the last episode that came out. See what time is this? That came out yesterday, Sunday. I'm just killing on this video, so there's not much to do anymore. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we're gonna end it on Corey dancing. 3, 2, 1, peace.